Okay, tips. We are going to discuss today how to create a PS file, how to insert the data. All we are going to discuss. All of them we are going to discuss now. What we discussed yesterday, someone can recap?
About dataset rules and qualifier rules.
Yeah. So we discussed about dataset names, rules. Okay. And we created a sequential file also, right? So today we will insert the data. 2238 Okay. So I'll do login, log on, Venkat A. I'll enter the password. I'll type ISPF. Enter. Three point four file. Okay, right. So this is the file yesterday we created. So I'll quickly create a file. Yeah, I'll proceed further. So yesterday we created a file and we discussed about information, yes, show information, or rename, delete. Okay. So we discussed all four in today's session. Okay. We discussed all of them yesterday. Sorry. So today I will explain you how we can insert the data. Okay. So I'll create a one more file as per this customer number 5 bytes, customer name 10 bytes, customer address 10 bytes. Okay. So 5, 10, 25 is the record length. So let me create a one sequential file. So I'll go to 3 utilities. A for 2, select 2. A allocate. So let me explain if you don't give your, single quotes. Okay. So can I give a data set name? Venkat A dot P20 dot file 2. Can I give data set name without single quotes? Yes. If you give data set name without single quotes, your mainframe ID is going to take one more as a prefix. You see that we gave earlier only 3 qualifiers, but it took one more. Okay. So if you give within the single quotes or double quotes, it does not take additional qualifier. It does not take additional qualifier. So I'll press F3. So now I will give within the double quotes. Okay. And our single quotes. Enter. I guess single quotes are only allowed. Sorry. I want to correct my statement. Single quotes. Then, okay. So I'll give primary quantity 1, 2, secondary quantity 3. So total 3 kilobyte space we are allocating for this data set on this volume. This is how you have to sync link. So 2 plus 3, 5 kilobytes space we are allocating for the sequential file on this volume. And if you keep record directory block 0, that indicates that you're creating a sequential file. So record format is a fixed block. What is it? Record format is a fixed block, and record length. So record length, I'm going to keep 25. So I'll give 25. The block size 250 F8. And when you're creating a sequential file, give dataset name type is a blank. Okay. Dataset name type is a blank. So hit the enter. File got created.
Hey, Venkat, question. Does it allocate all 5 kilobytes at the same time, or it just allocates 2 and then add more and more up until 5?
We will see. Okay. It will allocate all of them, but the utilization will start when it is needed. First, it will take the first primary quantity space. Once it is first primary quantity is utilized, then it will start taking the secondary quantity. The physical, okay, the physical, it will take only secondary quantity when the primary quantity space is fulfilled. See, I'll give another example. Okay, I'll give another example. Like secondary quantity is like a buffer. Okay, it's like a buffer space. So you purchased a 100 GB mobile. Doesn't mean that every time 100 GB will be there, right? If you insert 50 GB data, only 50 GB is utilized, 50 GB will be there for future purpose. Am I correct? Same even here also. Same here also. I hope I answered your question.
Right. Yeah.
Okay. So I will press F3 to go back to the previous screen. I can go here only. I no need to go to ISPF panel. So I will type 4 and hit the enter. And if you know fully qualified data set name, enter like this. It's a file 1 and file 2. So how we can insert the data? Okay, sequential file is nothing but flat file or physical sequential file. We call as a transaction file. What we call? We call as a transaction file. We call as a transaction file. Very good. So how we can insert the data? I said it is like a notepad. If it is a notepad, how do you insert the data? So that we are going to discuss. So to open data set in E, E means edit. E means edit mode. Okay, enter, and you will get one screen. That also, to proceed further, hit the enter. Type reset. Type reset. Okay, right. So I will talk about commands, and today I'll spend time on this part. If you know how these commands later stage, for PDS also we discuss the same. If you type anything here, that is called command lines. And if you type in this area, okay, this is the area. If you type, that is called line commands. What is that? We call as a line commands. So if you type anything, this is called command line. Command line commands. Okay. So whatever we are executing here, it may not be available, it may not be applicable everywhere. Means in an ISPF panel screen on 3.2. So everywhere may not be applicable. You need to take care that. So I'm telling all the commands today. When you are inside the file, it can be a sequential file or member of the PDS. Okay. So when so when you are inside file, the file can be a flat file that is sequential file, or PDS, member of PDS. So these commands are applicable, same. So now you don't, okay, I want to know the column numbers, okay. This is the first column, second column, third column, fourth column, fifth column, sixth column, right? So how do you know the column numbers? We type COLS. What we type? COLS. So COLS to know the column numbers at the file level. At the file level. Is it clear?
Yeah.
Columns is just coming half of the page, not the entire.
Because what is your file size? 25, right? So since it is a 25, obviously you will get 25. So here, first icon indicates 1. This is second. This is the third column. Fourth column. This is the fifth column. Okay. Then, okay, after plus 10th, sixth column, 7, 8, 9. 1 indicates 10. After 10 plus indicates 15. 2 indicates 20 plus 25. So in between 21, 22, like this. This is how we need to understand. Okay. So next, these are all the column numbers. The very important, because what is the length of the customer number? 5 bytes. If I want to insert the customer number, so I will insert like sample data. See, I will give something called nummap. I'll talk about also. Okay. Let me tell you that. So C0001. See, I kept customer number. I inserted manually only the customer number. These values are generated automatically. So this automatically last 8 digits. Last 8 digits are automatically generated. So how we can restrict it, by the way? So how we can restrict them? That is called, also discuss num of. If you type num of, it is applicable for the upcoming for next for further. Okay, it is applicable for the further steps, not for the previous steps. So now I did it correct. So I will do num of. Let's observe. Num of means it will generate number automatically. To stop the generating a numbers, we have to use num of. So I type num of. I'll write C003 and I'll write enter. Type the data, hit the enter, it will go to the next row. So now you see that the numbers are not generating. But how I can overcome this? Just go there manually delete it. So this is how you can restrict generating last 8 digits number. Okay, is it clear? Next, how to delete this row? Type D here. This is in the line command. D. D means delete. So I guess if I missed it, let me know. I know I don't line commands. D means delete. So I want to delete this row also. Type D. So here I am typing. Here you can see that here I typed it. D. I hope you're able to see. D. Again, enter one more time. C. Okay, how I can insert the data now? Now let's say the file is an empty. Okay, so you have to type I. I means insert. Here you can type I so that you can insert the records. So type I, that is insert a row. inserting a record. So type I, you'll get a data. C0001 or A001, something like that. Hit the enter to create a new record. B triple R 1111. I can enter till 25th column, no problem, but I will explain later. So if I want to insert a one more record, hit the enter. C003. Now if I want to insert one more record, hit the enter button. Okay. So, this is how you can insert content, how you can go to the next record. Can I delete all 3 records in one go? Yes. Just you type D3. D3. If I give D100, 100 records will be deleted, including that row where you write delete 2000. 2000 rows are going to delete. So if I say D2, let's take an example. D2 means this record plus this record. Okay, 2 means 2 records to delete, right? The where you written a D, that plus 1, it will become a 2. It got deleted. Is it clear?
Yes, Venkat.
Yes, Venkat.
Yes.
So next, let's discuss a record. Okay, I'll delete it. I will type I insert. So C001, this is the customer number. I'm giving my name, Venkat, I'm giving. So what is the name length I gave? 10. In mainframe, this is how it's going to work. So you gave 10, don't start address immediately like Hyderabad. This is invalid, okay? 100% is invalid because it is a structured, okay? The structured according to the columns, their positions. Address is supposed to start from the 10th column. So sorry, after 15 bytes, okay? 5 customer number and 10 is customer name. So means first 15 bytes occupied by 2 fields. Obviously, the address should start from 16th column. So, but where I started now, I started somewhere 11th column only. Okay, not even 11th. Okay, from 12th column, I started Hyderabad, which is invalid. So you should insert spaces in between them and make it to 16 like this. This is how you have to insert. Okay, I'll repeat. So I'll give C002 customer number and every enter data. Okay, I will insert Dinesh. You joined with the 2 names. I request to join from only 1 device, not 2 devices, not allowed. Maybe from tomorrow. So I'll give Vikram. What I do? I will give Vikram. So earlier it is a caption. That's why everything is now capital letter. Now I entered data in lowercase. Okay, anyhow, that we'll discuss about it. So I typed a Vikram and L. Okay, just example L. So I want to insert Chennai as an address. It should be 16th column. What basis we decided? We have a record structure. Okay, so 5 plus 10, 15 bytes, 16th column. So here it should start Chennai. Enter. So this, while I'm entering this data, I kept in the caption. When I'm entering this data, it's not a caption. Okay, any queries so far? At any moment, if you have any queries, team, please stop. Just you call, just, hey, Venkat, I have a doubt. Simple. Okay. Okay. So now this is how you can insert the data. But some data is in lower case. Okay. How we can convert into uppercase? Okay. Now I'll explain something called UC. Convert data into uppercase. So type UC, like this. I'll show one more time, don't worry. So I am typing data in lowercase now. D001. So Mumbai, sorry, name, right? I'll say Dinesh. I'm writing everything in lowercase. Okay, because caps on is not active. I'll say Mumbai. No, Chennai. I'll save it. So now data is in lowercase, but how I can convert into uppercase? UC. This is how you can convert into uppercase. Okay. So there is another command which we have here on the command line, caps on. Though you enter in the lowercase, if you want to convert into caps on uppercase automatically, uppercase automatically, then we need to type caps on. So I'll say that now caps on. Okay. You can write this all primary, these commands, right team, it is 100% that you can type in the lowercase or uppercase. It's not a case sensitive in terms of the commands, no doubt. Type caps on, I did it. So now I will type I. If I want to insert a record between these two, I'll say on the second row, I'll go there, I'll type I, insert. See 00, I am typing everything in lowercase, 3. So I'll say Madhuri L Mumbai. Okay. So I'm going to save it. I don't just hit the enter. It is converted into uppercase. Why? Because I activated called caps on. Is it clear?
Yes, Venkat.
Venkat, I have one query.
Yeah.
See, while entering data, you are leaving space, right?
I did. Come again, sir.
While entering the data, say for Madurai L, Vikram L, right? So you are giving space between the data, right?
Correct. You are right.
See, what is the delimiter between the fields?
Sorry?
Delimiter between the fields, space is the delimiter or comma?
That we will discuss, sir. That we will discuss. Okay, because that is COBOL side you are asking. But for this instance, quickly answer for you or who knows COBOL. That is different story, sir. Okay, because it's not about the delimiter. Okay, here the data you are going to process based on their positions. Okay, okay, it's not about space all. You are going to take this entire 10 bytes data. After getting the 10 bytes data, how you want to process, either by space, by comma, or by dot, that you have to deal according to the test or according to the data.
Okay. So it will take that position, right?
Yeah, according to now in the COBOL, we'll write the data according to their positions.
Okay. Fine. Thank you.
Yeah.
Hi, Venkat. Can you show us the edit command once?
Can you
If
show?
you want the edit command once again.
Yeah,
So
but
if
you
you
have to
want
speak
to
louder,
change.
madam. You have to speak louder. Okay.
Okay, sure. Yeah.
You assume that I have a hearing problem. everyone listen. I assume that I am hearing problem. Please speak louder. Okay. Yeah. I don't have, but still, because yesterday we saw one scenario, right? Acha Dinesh. Okay, got it. Got it, Dinesh. I understood. Okay, so I will open edit mode, enter, and I got small window, enter, reset. So when you get this message, by the way, anyhow we got it. So when you get this like a information message, how do you clear it? You have to type reset. What is that? You have to type reset. So type reset, hit the enter. Then you have to use a save command to save the changes. To save the changes, we have to use save command. Okay. So next, okay, we discussed about edit, save. Let me tell you the behavior of the F3. Okay, now I'll talk about F3. Now what I do, I'll say that I'm doing some changes now. C005. Okay, and I'm going to give name called Anshul. Anshul is, I'm going to delete. So I don't use save command, okay? Just I'll press F3. What is the function key? F3 I'll type. If you type F3, it is going to save and going to come out of it. What is going to happen? It is going to save and exit. I'll open edit mode again. Now you see that Anshul is there. So now you saw the behavior of the F3. So if I if I reconsolidate them, you saw F1 help, F2 split, F3 save and exit in this occurrence. In some scenario, F3 is going back to the previous screen. Here also going back to the previous screen, but it is going to save it before that. So we discussed already something called F7, F7, F7 and F8, F9 swap, F10 we are yet to discuss, F11 we are yet to discuss, F12 I'll explain now or not now, later stage. Okay, or let me cover that also now. Anyhow, I'm in that flow. So what I do, team, now, I'll type some data again. See, so far the data is saved till Anshul. So I'll give 06 and let me give today's, okay, Shiva Prasad. I'll give the name called Shiva. And I will give address. I'm giving the spaces. Manually, I'm clicking on the space button. And I'll give address as Vizag. And I'll press cancel or okay, there is a two commands. Either you type cancel or press F12. Okay. So either you can type a cancel if you don't want to save the changes, or you press F12. Both are same in this scenario. I'm going to type cancel F12. So press F12. And it is got edited, but we'll see. We'll go back in edit. We'll open in edit mode whether Shiva is there or not. It is not there. Cancel means it will not do the save the changes what you made after save command.
Yeah. Hi, Venkat.
Yeah.
if we need if all of these positions mandatory, member data 10 position and address start from 16 position, right?
Yeah, it's
So
not about mandatory. It is all how it is organized. Okay. See, the reason to say why it should be organized. Okay, I'll take an example. Because it is a structured data. Structured means there is some pattern. Okay, that is called structured data. So in mainframe, okay, everything is a structured. Okay, so means everything is going to process based on their positions. I'll take another example for easy scenario. Why it is required? Okay, so you know very well, someone name is Shiva Prasad, and I have written without any position Hyderabad. Someone name is just I gave as what is the small 2 characters name, any name. Okay, I'll give it just Ram and Mumbai. Now, how do you process? How do you differentiate address and name here? What is the basis for you to differentiate between name and city? But city is going to come at the end. There is no doubt. Okay, first will be name. You got my point? So here the address is starting somewhere, some column. In the second row, address is starting somewhere else. So if you don't know the positions, I'll give something called, okay, so I'll give Venkateswarlu. I'll give, okay, Venkateswarlu Sharma, and I'll give Chennai. Now you tell me, where address is starting. You got the answer now?
yeah, it's been clear. Thank you.
Okay. So two. Okay, that's why we in mainframe not maximum, 90% data is very structured data. So unstructured data is like a feedback, giving a feedback in the Amazon website, that is called unstructured. Is it clear?
Yeah, it's been cut. Venkat, one more doubt.
Yeah.
So in the data set, how many records we can insert?
In a data set, how many records we can insert?
Yeah.
Yeah, so in fact, yesterday we discussed, okay, anyhow, but since you might be attending first time or either you did watch that or not, but still I'll give the answer. As you asked a question, better to give answer so that you'll get more clarity. Answer for your question that it is totally depends on your space, okay? Let's take an example. I ask a question. Can you store 100 GB movies data in your mobile? What is the answer?
Yeah, if we have 128 GB, we can store.
So why you are saying that if you have a space is if condition, there is a condition. Similarly, so the number of records totally depends on the space, how much you allocate for the sequential file or file. What is the space over here? You given a tracks, cylinders, kilobytes, megabytes, and primary secondary quantity. Those three are going to decide your file size. I hope you got the clarity in answer.
Yeah, yes.
So if I ask, hey guys, store 100 GB data in your laptop, maybe possible, may not be possible. If your hard disk is very small storage hard disk, then obviously it doesn't support, right? So next, you saw the cancel. We'll use cancel in multiple times. Don't worry. So next, I'll talk about a repeat. I want to repeat this line immediately. So consecutively. So I'll say R means it'll repeat there itself in the next line. So R means repeat. So it's like a, what is the line command here? We have R. R means repeat. R2, repeat same line 2 times. So I'll say that here R2. I'll type R2. So I'll type R2, hit the enter twice. So you see that here Dinesh, here Dinesh, 2 times it got, total 3 times is there. Okay. Is it clear?
Yeah, yes, Venkat.
Yes, Venkat.
So Venkat, if we give R2, do we need to have to press enter 2 times?
If I write a R100, will I need to enter 100 times?
No, I
Logically.
heard like that. Sorry,
No,
I heard
good
like
question. It's a
that.
good question. Nothing wrong. Just to correct you logically. Okay.
Yeah,
So answer I can say that no, it's not required. But to
yeah,
remember for longer time, if I say R100, it is obviously you cannot hit 100 times. It'll become meaningless. Logically, it is not right way. Right?
yeah.
So your question is 100% valid or you are new, but answer for your question is no.
Yeah, I heard you telling that 2 times, so that's why
Oh,
I
acha,
asked.
sorry. Just I typed R, repeat the same line 2 times, but I don't know. Okay. Yeah. I'll how to delete Dinesh this one and this one. D here, type D2. So D2 means this record and bottom record. Enter. So here I'll go here, I'll type D here. Delete it. So I'll save it. This is called explicitly or saving. Next, there is something called RRRR. That is called block repeat. So not a single line. So 3 lines you want to repeat. So I'll say RR and I'll write RR. You don't need to remove the numbers, just for your easy understanding, I'm removing it. So these 3 lines going to repeat how many times? Has a set, it is going to repeat once. Venkat to Madhuri. You see that? So Venkat, Vikram, Madhuri. Here Venkat, Vikram, Madhuri. So whole set is there. So that is all about repeat. We are not done. RR 2. What does mean now? Can you tell me 3? What is the meaning of that? I'll save it.
It will repeat like 3 times.
Exactly. The whole block will be repeated 3 times.
So Venkat, what if we wanted to repeat that line after certain number of lines? Like if we want to repeat the Venkat row after Anshul.
Sorry, madam.
So my doubt is if we want to repeat that first line, that Venkat Hyderabad after Anshul from Delhi.
That we will come. That we will discuss. That is called copy paste. Okay. Copy
Okay.
that command is called copy paste.
Okay.
Once this is done, we'll get into that only. So I'll write RR. Please keep asking the questions. Okay. So I feel that okay, people are very more active. So I'll be more, aggressive. Plus I'll keep more attention. Yeah. So RR 3. I'll keep 2. Okay, it'll become total 3 times. Initial one. This is the one set. This is the second set. Same third set. But if I want to delete all, so I'll say that D6, D5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. I'll say D6. Let's see. It got deleted. No, yeah. Okay, we have to count while deleting properly. Next, as he asked, it is a good question. I want to copy this record after unsure. So we have to use CA or CB. So copy after, I want to copy this line where after this. Okay. A means after, copy this line after here. Enter. It got copied. So same, A means after, copy after before. So I want to copy the Venkat record before Anshul. So I'll say C and on the record of B. Enter. It has got copied. Okay.
So what letter do you use to move the record from one place to other place? Is it M?
Yeah, you're right. Yes, you're right. Move after, move means cut and paste. So move after before. So I'll delete Venkat again, wherever the Venkat record is there in the bottom. So now you saw the one record, but how I can copy these three records after Anshul? CC and CC after, I can type B here because B I can type here. Before this line, I can copy these three lines. Let me remove star. Yeah, you see that. So CC after and before. So copy the block data after or before. So same way, let me delete these three records. Okay. If I want to move it, not a copy, so I will use MA move after. It got moved totally. So it got moved from the top row to here.
Venkat, we can move 2 records at a time, 2 or 3.
Sorry.
We can move 2 or 3 records at a time.
Yeah. Like you're asking about a block move.
Yes, MM.
The story remain the same. Okay. ARB after before. Okay. Okay, then we'll stop for today. We'll see rest of the things tomorrow. Okay.
Venkat, quick question. Is there an option to